What's the deal? What's the deal? It's your boy, who is Hendo, and we back talking sports. I want to thank y'all for liking the video with my beautiful girlfriend in there, Rahima. You know what I'm saying? I just thought, I'd do a reaction with her. So I want to appreciate y'all, man, and for the funny comments y'all left too, man. Y'all hilarious. But today we got a good video, man. Good video. So today I've been seeing maybe 3 or 4 videos. I seen flights. I didn't really watch Clark's because I knew they top 30 was gonna be trash. But I did watch my boy Jay Willie Silly, and we had a very similar list. Some changes, but shout out to Jay Willie Silly because he had a good list, man. But I picked this picture just because it had a lot of my different favorite players and stuff like that. And it don't got Kyrie on here for something, but it's basically the finals points per game difference. But just because it was a couple of different people on here, but I'm gonna start my top 30. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start my top 30, right? Well, top 25, not top 30. I'm doing top 25. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a better number. But I'm gonna do my top 25. And you know what I'm saying? This is my list. And let me tell y'all something. It's not based off of, I'll just put it to y'all like this. It's not based off of just one metric. MVP is not the end all be all for my list. Accolades not. This is what my list is. Number 1, the most important thing for me is game to game. Who was more skilled? Who had the least flaws out of their game versus each other? And whose game led to more winning? Also, competition. Who you play against? I'm saying, who you play against? Who did you have with you? Then we go, you know what I'm saying, accolades, stats. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I'm saying, of course, the eye test. You know what I'm saying? That's number 1 for me. Like, already. Like, those things I just named was just after that. You know what I'm saying? Eye test. Skill, how skilled you are is basically the eye test. So, but we're going to do my top 25, man. Y'all let me know what y'all, you know what I'm saying? I hope y'all enjoy the video. But 25, I got Isaiah Thomas. One of the most underrated point guards, I believe, of this, you know what I'm saying, last 40, 50 years. Of course, he played for my Detroit Pistons before I was born, though. You know what I'm saying? The first bad boy, original bad boys, you know. He could pop his shit. 12-time All-Star. Y'all know what I'm saying? 2-time NBA champ. Assist champ in 85. 5-time All-NBA. 2-time NBA champ. Finals MVP. All-Rookie team. Isaiah Thomas had killer handles. He could shoot the mid-range. His 3-point shot was pretty good. He had, like I said, he had handles out the yin-yang. He could pass the ball. You know what I'm saying? I did my research on him. He was a pretty okay to good help defender. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't a lockdown defender and everything like that. But I fucked with Isaiah Thomas. I think he's underrated. Top 5 point guard of all time in my opinion. So yeah, I got Isaiah Thomas. 24, I got somebody that has been irritating me, but I gotta give him his props, and that's Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen is one of the people that gets not looked at enough. You know what I'm saying? I feel like when it comes, to let me put it this way, being the first LeBron James quintessential, point forward, because he had it all. You know what I'm saying? He had it all, everything. Defense. You know what I'm saying? He could pass the ball. He was normally, running the point forward. His problem was he wasn't as great of a how can I put it? He wasn't as great of a scorer as LeBron. But he made 10 times all defensive team. But now him talking about he was just as good as Jordan. He tripping. But he was a 7-time All-Star, 6-time NBA champ, steals champ, 7-time All-NBA, 10-time defensive. You know what I'm saying? So, like, Scottie Pippen was, like, especially with that, the year that Jordan left, where he took them to, what was it? I think the Eastern Conference Finals. That showed that he could kind of lead a team. But to think he might have won the championship, if he would have won the championship with that, he might could pop his shit like, hey, I won without Mike. Mike ain't never won without me, but that didn't happen. So shout out to Scottie Pippen, man. 23 might surprise y'all. Nikola Jokic. Now Nikola Jokic is something I've never seen before. I mean, he literally has like a flawless offensive game, bro. Flawless. He can shoot the three, mid-range. He can get to the post. To me, his best attribute is passing on offense, but he still can give you 26 to 30 every night. Now, what brings him down on the list for me, I think he'll move up, but what keeps him from being like in the top 5 or top 10 for me is his defense. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's a great or a good perimeter defender at all. I think he's a okay, post defender at times. But if it's an elite big man, he getting torched. Like, that's just being real. He getting torched. So he's 6-time All-Star, 2-time MVP, champion 2013, Western Conference Finals MVP, and Finals MVP. But Nikola Jokic, yeah, man, he might move up my list. Who knows after this year? If they win the title this year, he got to move up your list again, bro. You got to. Especially if he do, back to back. But, yeah, man, shout out to Nikola Jokic, man. 22, y'all gonna have a whole lot y'all gonna have a problem with. But, I don't care. I got Allen Iverson. Yeah, 22, I got Allen Iverson. One of the most impactful players. Honestly, like, top 3 most influential players in history. Scoring. Really a top 5 scorer all time. If you really look at it. Like the era that AI scored in. Like the era that he scored in, bro, was ridiculous. I'm talking about he putting in like 32, 33, averaging that. This man is 6 feet. I don't know if at least that. Then the 2001 run, maybe we do overhype it a little. But if you look at it, bro, that's the best defensive era in ever, in my opinion. The 2000s defensive era was better than the 90s. It had no illegal defense anymore. You could play zone and just go look at the pace. You know what I'm saying? But AI with his game, scoring, he could pass the ball as well. He did average 6.2 assists for a career. You know what I'm saying? He could pass the ball. On the defensive end, he wasn't a lockdown defender at all. But he was a good help defender, and he played the passing lanes really well, which is why he had 3 3 steals titles. You know what I'm saying? 4-time scoring champ, 7-time All-NBA, 96-97 rookie team, 11-time All-Star, 2000-2001 MVP, and 2-time All-Star MVP. Hey, come on, man. AI. His only weakness was maybe his 3-point shooting and his on-ball defense and probably rebounding, but it was 5'11", 6 feet in the era of, really the last of the era of the big men. Because the golden era ages of the big men was like the 90s. That was the golden era. When the 2000s came along, you starting to see more wings and guards be, you know what I'm saying, be at the top of the faces and stuff. You still had big men like Tim Duncan, KG, Dirk, Alonzo Mourning, Ben Wallace, and players like that. You know what I'm saying? But it started to shift towards something else. But yeah, AI, man, number 22. Number 21, I got Kawhi Leonard. I fuck with Kawhi, man. Even though I think he's still a diva, I definitely fuck with Kawhi. But for some reason, you know what I'm saying, people like to kind of overrate, you know, but it is what it is. But Kawhi Leonard, man, he was the best, well, he still is the best two-way player. His problem was staying healthy. Like, he been the best two-way player in the game since he locked up LeBron in 2014. Like, yeah, he's been the best two-way player ever since, bro. That's a decade. I love the Kawhi Leonard game. Love it. Mid-range, efficient, lock you up on the defensive end, put 25 to, you know what I'm saying, give you 25 to 28 on the offensive end. I mean, it's just the quintessential player that I love. But it is some buts. He is injury prone, you know, and he has had some slip-ups in his career. But Kawhi, I'm going to put it to you like this. If Kawhi won a championship with the Clippers, he's in my top 10 all time. And I'm telling you this right now. Shout out to my boy Pull Up. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy BJ on Pull Up Podcast. If Kawhi Leonard wins the championship with the Clippers, he will be in my top 10. There's no way. That means he would have got the Raptors their first championship and then the Clippers their first championship. And won with the Spurs, of course. But what would y'all say then? Then all this, nobody has ever won in 3 different places. Like, you know, them Bron fans like to say. Kawhi can say that shit too. He not winning MVP though. Y'all need to stop that. But yeah, Kawhi Leonard, man, he should be higher on this list. But seeing as, like, you know, the injury prone stuff, and I just can't put him over a lot of these guys. I got ahead of him. I just can't. You know what I'm saying? Especially with no MVPs. You know what I'm saying? If you had one, that would mean a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how many you got, but if you've won one, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, if he win the championship this year and win another Finals MVP, listen, bro, ain't gonna be nothing else to say. Shit, fuck that MVP stuff, nigga. He gonna be in my top 10. He'll be the first player without an MVP in my top 10. 6-time All-Star, 2-time NBA champ, All-Rookie team, 2-time Finals MVP, Steals champion 2015, 7-time All-Defensive, 2-time Defensive Depoy, which is another reason. 2-time Defensive Player of the Year as a wing. You know what I'm saying? Man, Kawhi is that dude. But 20, I got the logo, Jerry freaking West. The reason why I got to watch my favorite player of all time. And Jerry West is, you know what I'm saying, he was the original 27-7-7 guy before LeBron. You know what I'm saying? It's the reason why they had him, Mr. Clutch, as the logo. Y'all seen that full court shot he hit before it was 3 pointers? You know what I'm saying? Jerry West was nice. He was an elite scorer. You know what I'm saying? He was an elite scorer. Great passer. He averaged like 7 assists for his career. And you know what I'm saying, he was a good defender as well. You know what I'm saying? He also made it all defensive team 5 times. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, he was a great passer, assist champ in 72, 12-time All NBA, 14-time All Star, scoring champ. So a scoring champ and assist champ. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, he was pretty. I watched Jerry West over the last year or so. Like I did more older content and everything. He was a good, you know what I'm saying, defender as well. So I got definitely Jerry West at number 20. I'm about to start speeding up, so I got Moses Malone at 19. Moses Malone, underrated, man. Definitely underrated. 3 MVPs, one of the best rebounders, aka chairman of the board. You know what I'm saying? One of the best rebounders. You know what I'm saying? Really turned it up in, you know what I'm saying, ABA. Like, if you notice when the ABA and NBA did that merger, you notice the 80s was just, you know what I'm saying, glittered with superstars and stars and people, you know what I'm saying, Bird and Magic saving the NBA. Then you get Jordan, you know what I'm saying, Julius Erving, Moses Malone, Ernest Gilmore, and so on and so forth. But Moses Malone gets overlooked by other big men in that era and everything like that, because Moses Malone was in the ABA and he did work in the ABA as well. But 13-time All-Star, 6-time rebound champ, come on, man. 8-time All-NBA, 83 NBA champ, 3-time MVP, ABA All-Time Team, and Finals MVP over Dr. J. That should tell you something. And 2-time All-Defensive. So Moses Malone, one of the best rebounders ever. You know what I'm saying? Post, a killer in the post. You know what I'm saying? Straight killer. Great rebounder, good scorer, great rim protector. Definitely a great rim protector. So 18, I got the diva, but nah, this my nigga though. But he tripping this year. Giannis Antetokounmpo, bro. Man, listen. I haven't been so happy to see somebody win a championship, bro, until I seen Giannis win and prove the people wrong. When they was trying to force him out of Milwaukee and say he need to go sign with somebody else, and he didn't do it, and he won the right way, that was like, just like everything. Giannis Antetokounmpo, bro. The only problems with his game, he needs to get his jump shot better. He does shoot, but at the end of the game, you know what I'm saying, you're not really going to Giannis for, you know what I'm saying, a bucket. And his free throws is terrible, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He's an 8-time All-Star, 7-time All-NBA, 5-time All-Defensive Team, 2-time MVP. You know what I'm saying? Most improved, Defensive Player of the Year, and MVP, which he won in the same year. I think, just like Jordan, and I think Hakeem. You know what I'm saying? 2021 Finals MVP. I think Giannis can move up and be top 10 very soon. Well, in my top 10, because I got him 18. But 17, I got Oscar Robertson, the Big O. The original triple-double dude. Triple-double king. You know what I'm saying? Oscar Robertson, triple-double king, man. Until, you know what I'm saying, my boy Westbrook came along. But, you know, this was the first, like, if you look at it, like, Oscar Robertson was a point guard, right? 6'5". In that day and age, averaging 10 plus assists and 10 plus rebounds. You know what I'm saying? 48%. You know what I'm saying? They didn't count or have the 3-point line yet. But I mean, the passing, the rebounding, the scoring. I mean, his weakness was probably maybe his defense. Once again, you know what I'm saying? You know, I like two-way people. You know what I'm saying? But triple double king, being able to get triple doubles at that time, especially with the rebounds, or the you know what I'm saying, the big men being around that age. You know what I'm saying? So I got a big O at 17. 16, I got somebody who should be higher, but he ain't handle his business. And he hasn't handled his business since he left Golden State. Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is a top 3 scorer of all time to me. He's just a top 3 scorer. I got him, Kobe, and MJ. Like, and it's just ridiculous because he's one of the most skilled players of all time. I mean, his offensive game is literally perfect. Like, mid-range, 3. Get to the hole. Can shoot the free throws. Is a good passer. People act like he's not. Great rebounder. When he's engaged, when he wants to. You know what I'm saying? But he plays on the perimeter most of the time. So, but underrated rim protector as well, especially when he was in Golden State. But KD weakness is him and all these damn super teams, bro. And of course, he ain't a great on-ball defender. He's a really, I think he's a great rim protector, but on-ball, post defense, nah. But KD is one of the most skilled players and one of the most the greatest scorers of all time. So I got KD 16. We heading to my top 15. 15, I got Dirk. How the hell you got Dirk over KD and he got... Bro, this is not just predicated on MVPs or titles. This is who I believe is better to me and who I think their stats led to more winning, and who did they have with them? Who won more than less? I think about a lot of these things. Dirk. You know what I'm saying? You could say Dirk was just as good of a scorer. Not scorer. But Dirk was just as good of a shooter. You know what I'm saying? Dirk did shoot 38% from 3 in a league that was the average was 33%, and it was tougher defense. You know what I'm saying? They both got one MVP. But Dirk, man, that 2011 run is the reason why Dirk is in my top 15, bro. I mean, Lord Jesus. To me, that was, if not first or second, top, I'm gonna be real, top 2 finals run of all time. I mean, just, he went through the defending champs, Kobe. He went through a young big 3 in KD, Russ, and Harden. Then he took out, I think, Phoenix or the Spurs, one of them two. He took out Phoenix or the Spurs, one of them. Then he take out the big 3. Dirk offensive game, butter. Good handles, mid-range with the one leg up, iconic shot, 3-pointer, on point. He could score the ball, he could pass the ball. But he normally played off of the ball. He didn't really, you know what I'm saying? His defense wasn't all that good, though. You know what I'm saying? That's what kind of bring Dirk down. know what I'm saying? His defense wasn't all that good, but he played in the toughest era, in one of the toughest conferences of all time. Still got him a championship. Got to the finals twice. He did get screwed in that first finals, but we ain't gonna talk about that though. 14, I got Dwayne Wade. How the hell you got Dwayne Wade over KD and listen, bro. Dwayne Wade is one of the best two-way guards of all time. I don't care what nobody say. He's honestly, he's what, the best guard shot blocker ever. He got more blocks than Jordan. D Wade was like in his prime, lockdown defender. For a stretch, yes. His problem was probably his injuries and his 3-point game. He was a little ball dominant earlier in his career. You know what I'm saying? Because he was playing the point. But D Wade was a phenomenal scorer, phenomenal rebounder for his size, a great passer as he showed when LeBron came over, great defender, you know what I'm saying, until he started getting injuries and then started to carry more of the offensive load. You know what I'm saying? But great defender in his prime. 3-point shot probably the only thing you could say. Like if D Wade didn't play with LeBron and won, let's say he won 2 more championships after 06 and he won 2 more, let's say he won them with Shaq, he would get more of the credit because Shaq would be getting older and older and D Wade would, you know what I'm saying, have to be that number 1. Like he would have what, 3 titles? D Wade might be top 10, top 5, who knows? I think D Wade had top 5 potential, top 10 potential at least. But I got D Wade at 14. 13, I got my boy KG. Even though he been tripping with, like, I thought he turned into a LeBron fan, but he Kevin Garnett is one of the, listen, honestly, probably my favorite big man from the 2000s. Definitely probably my favorite big man from the 2000s. He talked that shit to niggas, bro, but he backed it up. The first high school kid to go to the NBA, to be drafted by the NBA. I mean, what else can I say about Kevin Garnett, bro? Is 15-time All-Star, 08 NBA champ, 4-time rebounds, also has the most rebounds in the 2000s, 4-time All-Defensive team, that's tied with Kobe, I believe, for second most. 07-08 Defensive Player of the Year, MVP in 04, All-Star MVP, Rookie All-Rookie team. Kevin Garnett is another one. That little 10 to 17 foot jumper, defense, great lockdown defender, phenomenal rim protector. I used to see KG guard on the perimeter. You know what I'm saying? When he was with the Timberwolves, guard on the perimeter everywhere, bro. He was quick enough to guard on the perimeter and stuff, but long enough and everything to guard at the rim. KG wasn't really a 3-point shooter, I guess you could say that. He could shoot 10 to 17 foot jump shot. I've seen him make threes before. He was a great rebounder. Passing was okay. Scoring, he could score that basketball, bro. Like, he was, like, in the 2000s, he was putting up 22 to 26. You know what I'm saying? He probably wasn't as great of a scorer as he should have been, but more so than not, yeah. So that's why I got KG at 13. 12, I got Dr. J. What I call him is the Michael Jordan of the ABA. Yeah. The Michael Jordan of the ABA. And the reason why I have Julius Erving so high is because I don't think people realize how great his career was before he even got to the NBA. Seventh All NBA All Star All Time team. He got 83 NBA champ. He also won 2 ABA championships. So he got 3 championships. Yes, bro, you gotta count the ABA, bro. A lot of our great legends and players came from the ABA. You know what I'm saying? He got all defensive team, made it one time, all NBA team. You know what I'm saying? 2-time All-Star and MVP, and so on and so forth. But Dr. J was like the Michael Jordan of the ABA, and was the, you know what I'm saying, everybody wanted to be like Dr. J with the, he still got the greatest layup I ever seen in my life. Come from up under there and lay the ball up, like, that was just crazy. The Rock the Baby, he had all the iconic, and those are still iconic. You know what I'm saying? So he was the Michael Jordan of the ABA, and you know what I'm saying, that era, especially when he came over, with the afro and everything like that, he was killing. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm saying, and great rebounder for his size, really good, little great scorer. You know what I'm saying? Good passer. He was an alright defender. He wasn't all of that, but he was alright. But I got Dr. J at number 12. Number 11 is gonna be tough for me, bro, because I can't pick towards these dudes, so I had to put them together. So y'all could kill me for these lists. Y'all could kill me for this one blemish, but I can't pick. These 2 dudes is locked in. I got Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain. I know some people who really value winning is going to say Bill Russell was clearly better, but if you look at them player to player, Wilt was clearly the better player. But maybe Bill Russell was the better leader, and he had, you know what I'm saying, he did have a lot more help than him. You know what I'm saying? He had a lot more help. So it's like, okay, winning versus stats and everything like this. And if we look at it, bro, like, Wilt's game, like, he won a assist title. Like, we're gonna do Wilt Chamberlain first. 13-time All-Star, 11-time rebound champ, 7-time scoring champ, 10-time All-NBA, 4-time MVP, 2-time All-Defensive Team, 71-72 Finals MVP, Rookie of the Year. You know what I'm saying? Like, for him to have scoring champ and assist champ and rebounding champ, he would have probably had blocks champ. You know what I'm saying? Only thing that brings Wilt Chamberlain down is the losing record in the finals, bro. I can't put him, other than that, like, he would be definitely maybe GOAT case. But for me, the losing record knocks him all the way down to there. And Bill Russell, what knocks him all the way down is that I don't think he was as good of a player as anybody above me. Above him. So that's why, like, and if you look at Bill Russell, four-time rebound champ, 11-time NBA champ, 5-time MVP, 68-69 All-Defensive Team, and 12-time All-Star. Bill Russell was like one of the greatest defensive players of all time. Like, probably the greatest rim protector of all time. You know what I'm saying? If not the greatest rebounder of all time. Really, though, it's between him, Dennis Rodman, for me. And he was just a winner, but I don't think he was as good of a player as Wilt. But it's hard to really differentiate between them. So I got both of them at 11, tied at 11. It is what it is. Now, we get to my top 10. And a lot of y'all are probably not going to agree with my top 10. But it's my top 10. So 10, Shaq. Oh, how the hell you got Shaq? Shaq is... Listen, bro, I love Shaq, but I was hard on Shaq. I love Shaq, but ain't no way Shaq was just supposed to have four, you know what I'm saying, 4 titles. He should have had more than that. 15-time All-Star, 4-time NBA champ, 3-time All-Defensive Team, 3-time Finals MVP, 2-time scoring champ, 14-time All-Star. The problem with Shaq is, for him to be that big, he never led the league in rebounding. I don't think he ever led. I think he led the league in blocks once, and he didn't work on his game enough, bro. And for y'all that's gonna say, "Oh, well, you got Kobe over him," yes, because Kobe did more after him. You know what I'm saying? He did more than Shaq after him, and I think Kobe is a better player. You know what I'm saying? When they dispersed and they parted ways, Kobe did more than Shaq did after they left each other. Now, Shaq was a little older, but that don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? And Shaq was terrible at the free throw line. But he did make a lot of them when it counted. And those 3 years where he went to the finals and dominated, I say, people, that was the most dominant performance, 3-year performance I ever seen. But I just hate this shit where people say Kobe carried Shaq or Shaq carried Kobe. No, they needed each other. You know what I'm saying? They needed each other. As you can see by when they left each other. But Shaq, when in his prime, Shaq was a great rim protector. The most dominant player I ever seen. Post dominant. He did develop a little like 10-foot jump hook. That was pretty good. And in his Orlando days, if he would have stayed that size, ooh Lord, who knows what would have happened. But yeah, I got Shaq 10. 9, I got somebody that's very underrated. And honestly, I just don't understand why. We got Dream Hakeem at number 9. So Hakeem, let me be real with y'all. If it's one person that probably could have stopped Jordan run, it's Hakeem. Because remember, the Bulls didn't have no, you know what I'm saying, elite big men. And Hakeem could take you on the baseline. He could take you in the post. Like, it did not matter. I think Hakeem is the most skilled big man of all time. And top 5 skill player of all time. Look, 26.9 points per game in 94. His next closest person was Cedric or Vernon Maxwell, 13.4 points per game. Come on. I mean, come on. 3-time blocks champion, 2-time defensive player of the year, 93-94 MVP, 9-time all defensive team, which is tied, I think, with Mike and Kobe, I think, for the most all defense, for second most first all defensive teams, I think. 2-time rebounding champ, the greatest shot blocker in history. And people might say, why you got Hakeem over Shaq? Did y'all forget where he destroyed Shaq in the finals, bro? And gave Shaq problems? Like, Hakeem always gave Shaq problems. Any big man that could shoot, like, and spread and bring Shaq out of the paint like 10, 15 feet, they was, you know what I'm saying, they was fucking Shaq up. And I think Hakeem, honestly, I think Hakeem was a better player than Shaq. That's just my opinion. think he was more skilled. You know what I'm saying? I think he was a better player than Shaq. Yes, Shaq got more championships, but I will take that 93-90 that 2 year run. You know what I'm saying? Where he was as dominant as can be, bro, and he won one of his titles against Shaq. So it is what it is. 8. I got a lot of people not gonna agree with this one, but like I said, it's my list. We got Chef Curry, baby. Golden State. Now, Steph is hated on a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? Some of it is warranted. You know what I'm saying? He deserved it. Some of it I don't think is deserved. I don't think the Kevin Durant shit. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the Kevin Durant shit, bro. KD has not won not a title. He ain't sniffed the finals since he left Golden State. KD and Curry, they needed each other. But Stephen Curry has shown that he can do it on his own. He chose to go get KD, not that he needed KD. That's the difference between y'all. Because KD left, they was hurt those 2 years. They came back, got fully healthy, won the championship. 31.2 points per game. That's a 12.9 point per game difference. Come on now, you see it right there, Chef Curry, the greatest shooter that ever fucking lived. I think he's a phenomenal passer, a top 10 passer of all time for me. Go out your time, go take like 20 minutes to go look at some Steph Curry passing highlights, and you tell me he ain't a phenomenal passer. A great rebounder for his size, for real. A great rebounder for his size. 10-time All-Star, Steals champ in 2016, 9-time All-NBA, Sportsmanship of the Year 2011, Western Conference Finals MVP, 2-time scoring champ, 4-time NBA champ, Finals MVP 2022 All-Star MVP as well, and Western Conference MVP. That was great when he won all that in the same year. But man, Steph, the only weakness for him is what? His defense, and he has cleaned that up a little bit. He's not a putrid defender now. He's actually a okay defender. A okay to good defender. You know what I'm saying? I say a okay. Okay. You got average, and then I got okay under average. So I say he's like an okay defender. You know what I'm saying? So I got Steph at number 8. Number 7, I got Magic. I don't look at Stephen Curry as a point. I know he's a point guard, but I look at him as a combo. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not really putting him against Magic because Stephen Curry is his own entity, like for real, for real. I got Magic number 7. I had Magic higher over the years, but over the last 4 or 5 years doing my research, you know what I'm saying, or just going back and looking at players and everything like that, and you know what I'm saying, seeing the hypocrisy for a certain player, it made me take a look, you know. But Magic, he saved the NBA. Greatest point guard of all time. You know what I'm saying? If you do look at Steph as a point guard, to me, and being fair, he need to get one more. So now, if we just talking player to player, Steph is the greatest point guard of all time. We just talking about player to player. Love Magic? No. Steph is the greatest point guard of all time if we just talking player to player, bro. You know what I'm saying? But we talking a true point guard, bro. A true point guard is Magic. Period. Like, but if we talking like all around, just player to player, it's Steph. But Steph got to get one more though to take that title. You got to be fair, bro. He got to get one more. But if we talking player to player, it's Steph for sure. But I got Magic at 7. You know, greatest passer of all time. Well, I got Pete Maravich as the greatest passer of all time. He learned moves from Pete Maravich. Go look up Pete Maravich. But for most people, the greatest passer of all time, 12-time All-Star, 4-time assist champ, 5-time NBA champ, 3-time MVP, 3-time Finals MVP. Rookie season came in just stepping on shit, killing shit. So, Magic, you know what I'm saying, he helped Kareem. Kareem wouldn't have, you know what I'm saying, he wouldn't have no 6 titles without, he wouldn't have won those 5 titles without Magic. Magic was the driving force, of course, because Kareem was getting older, but he was the driving force of those teams. Passing, on point. He was actually a good scorer when he got to it, but he was more so of a pass-first point guard. You know what I'm saying? In his 12 years, 13 years of playing, he made the finals, 9 times, 10 times? It's phenomenal, man. And actually was a good defender. He didn't make a all defensive team, but I watched some of his plays. He actually gave hustle and effort. That can make you a good defender as well. Not a elite, a lockdown defender. You have to have people, you know what I'm saying, other people like, you know what I'm saying, MJ or somebody like that can move laterally and that really studies defense and that is defensively sound and skilled. But I got Magic number 7. This next one, y'all not gonna like this one, boy. I got LeBron number 6, bro. LeBron didn't enter my top 10 to 2016. I'll keep it 100 with you, bro. I mean, not top. LeBron didn't enter my top 5 until around 2016. After 2016, I put him in my top 5. But years later, you know what I'm saying, I looked up and did my research, you know what I'm saying, and I just think the person above him, you know what I'm saying, is a better player. Now, LeBron James is a phenomenal player. The most hyped up NBA prospect I've ever seen. If he was social media, boy, he would have had billions and billions of views. But LeBron James, phenomenal. Listen, even with his deficiencies in the mid-range and this, he's a great scorer. You know what I'm saying? Even with the deficiencies and all that, he's still going to give you 27. You know what I'm saying? So he's a great scorer, great passer, underwhelming rebounder for his size, but in the grand scheme of things, a good rebounder. Defense, in his prime, he was a great defender. In his prime. Last decade, he hasn't been. But LeBron, I loved LeBron in his first Cavs stint. LeBron gave so much effort. He went all out there. His teammates was hating on him. He went all out. Man, he played effort, everything, bro. He went with no fear, bro. That was the LeBron that I fucked with, bro. He was so, phenomenal, a joy to watch and everything, bro. And his teammates was, hating on him. People gotta understand, LeBron James came in with some of the most craziest, the NBA already expected him to be better than Jordan. Now it's got to the point where they're trying to force him to be better than Jordan, but the media already said that. So the fact that LeBron James honestly lived up to the hype and maybe kind of exceeded it, because back then people didn't think he would end up being in a GOAT conversation or a top 10 player. I remember the stuff, King without a ring. I remember people burning his jerseys when he left and everything like that, and him, you know what I'm saying, choking. You know what I'm saying? But I also remember him getting better from that finals versus the Spurs and getting better on offense. You know what I'm saying? 3-point shot. You know what I'm saying? In Miami and getting better defensively. You know what I'm saying? I remember that too. So I got LeBron. But what brings him down is the losing finals record, the amount of help he has had, and the return. And the last 10 years, I don't think he's been really good on defense, bro. He hasn't. And if you want to go player, he is not a good of what takes him out of my top five or not in my GOAT conversation. He has too many flaws as a player. You know what I'm saying? The mid range, the free throw, too many meltdowns when you had a great enough team. But LeBron James is phenomenal nonetheless. Everybody on my list has had meltdowns or has failed when they should have won. So don't take it that way. We get into my top five. And my top five probably gonna surprise some people. 5, I got the coldest white boy to ever touch a basketball. Larry Legend, baby. Now Larry Bird, what takes him out of being in the GOAT convo is he wasn't great enough on defense to me, in my opinion. In my opinion, he wasn't great enough on defense. He gave hustle and effort, but to me, to be in the GOAT conversation, like we just talking player, you have to be elite on one end and just as elite on the other end. But Larry Bird to me is a top 5 player of all time. He could score at a high level. Rebound, he averaged 10 rebounds a game, and he's 6'10", 6'9". In the era of the 80s, where it was prominent big men, Moses Malone, Charles Barkley, Hakeem Olajuwon, Kareem. You know what I'm saying? You had a James Worthy. You had Sidney Moncrief. You had a lot of players, bro. And he great scorer, great rebounder. Listen, go look at Larry Bird passes, bro. Go look at Larry Bird passes, bro. He's doing passes that was in the 80s that Nikola Jokic or LeBron James doing now. You know what I'm saying? Four-time All-Star, 10-time All-NBA. The only player to win 3 straight MVPs in a row. All-Star MVP, 3-time NBA champ, 1979-80 All-Rookie team, and he made 3 All-Defensive teams, which keeps him above Steph for me because Steph has not made All-Defensive teams. You know what I'm saying? What puts him above Bron for me is I think he was a better scorer than Bron. I'm not just looking at points per game average. I'm looking at the actual game. What's on the floor? And Larry Bird is right there. 27.4 points per game. A 9.8 point per game average. Difference. But like I said, I think Larry Bird is a better scorer. He can score better in the mid-range from the 3. Better rebounder, clearly. Better passer, I think. Larry Bird came in and turned the team from 29 wins to 60 plus wins. Now LeBron has the all defensive teams in defense and championship above him. But Larry did more with less as well. He was the catalyst to that team. You know what I'm saying? And I think Larry Bird was just a better player. LeBron has a little bit more accolades and everything like that, but I think Larry Bird was just a better player. That's what kind of separates it for me. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not all end all be all, and the competition as well. When Larry Bird was in the East, it was the East. Like the East was very tough. You know what I'm saying? So I got Larry Bird at 5. 4 is somebody who's very, very underrated, bro. Very underrated. and maybe it's because it was his market ability and everything like that. But I got Tim Duncan number 4 all time, bro. Yep. 15-time All-Star, 15-time All-NBA, 15-time All-Defensive Team, the most all time. He came in 97-98 All-Rookie Team, Rookie of the Year, and I think he made the All-NBA his first year. 3-time Finals MVP, 2-time MVP, All-Star MVP. Listen, Tim Duncan, I used to hate Tim Duncan because he kept Kobe from a lot of championships, bro. A lot of championships he kept him from, bro. And he was always in his way. But Tim Duncan, listen, I don't know any flaws from Tim Duncan's game, bro. I really don't. I really don't. Phenomenal defender. One of the best big man defenders of all time. Offense, post moves. He had a little mid-range jumper. He could rebound extra good. Great shot blocker. He could play off of the ball. Maybe you could say what? Maybe his scoring? No, you can't even say that. 3-point shot. I guess you could say that. The 3-point. You know what I'm saying? The 3-point shot and the free throw shot. So you could say two flaws. The 3-point shot, you know what I'm saying, and the free throws. But other than that, his game was just really phenomenal. 5-1 in the finals. And if it wasn't for Ray Allen hitting the greatest clutch shot in finals history, he would be 6-0. We might be talking about who the GOAT, MJ or Duncan. You know what I'm saying? So Tim Duncan, I got him at number 4. 3, I got the captain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I got him number 3. Now Kareem, the most unstoppable shot of all time, bro. Nobody will ever be able to replicate that like Kareem. 19-time All-Star, 75-76 rebound champ, 6-time NBA champ, 11-time All-Defensive Team, 69-70 Rookie of the Year, 6-time MVP, 2-time scoring champ, 4-time blocks champ, 15-time All-NBA, 1970 All-Rookie Team, 2-time Finals MVP. Kareem, man, maybe if you take college, high school, all that, he might be like the GOAT of just, you know what I'm saying, organized basketball, period. But Kareem, 33.4 points per game. Magic was the next closest, 21 points per game. That was in the 80s. Kareem, man, phenomenal scorer, phenomenal rebounder, phenomenal shot blocker. Actually had a little sauce in his passing game. What can you say was a real flaw from him? He was actually an okay free throw shooter, 72%. And you know what's funny? He shoot around the same percent as LeBron. And LeBron is a small forward. You know what I'm saying? And I think he's overlooked a little bit. Some people give him his respect and everything, but a lot of people are going to have a problem with me having him here and a certain person, you know what I'm saying, that I have a name being above him. But he doesn't get knocked for the help that he has. You know what I'm saying? Because Kareem was phenomenal. I just named off all his accomplishments. And Kareem, as far as his game, the only weakness he had was the 3-point shot. because he never really attempted them. Free throw for a big man, his free throw shooting was actually decent. So Kareem had a full arsenal of a game, and then accomplishments go along with it. That's why Kareem was definitely in the GOAT discussion. To me, everybody, my whole top five definitely is in the GOAT discussion. But 3, yeah, we got Kareem. Now, here we go. I had my list, my top 3 has been the same since I was a kid, bro. Since I was about teenager, not a kid, since I was a teenager. Since I was about 17, 18, my top 3 has been the same. Over the last year or so, bro, I really changed my opinion, and this is going to piss off a lot of people. And they're going to be like, bro, you tripping. I might get so many dislikes, don't really matter. Number 2 is Michael Jordan. What the fuck? Yes, man. He's the consensus GOAT. So this is my list, but he's the consensus GOAT. I've had him as the GOAT forever. 1 or 1A. Michael Jeffrey Jordan. The game ain't been the same since. 14-time All-Star, 3-time Steals champ, 11-time All-NBA, 85 Rookie of the Year, 3-time All-Star MVP, 5-time MVP, 10-time scoring champ, 6-time NBA champ, 85 All-Rookie, 9-time All-Defensive Team, 87, 88 DPOY, 6-time Finals MVP. And that don't even do justice to what Jordan was. You could watch Jordan and be like, okay, he's the greatest of all time. And really, he's 1B right now. Really, I got him 1B, but he's number 2. But you can watch Jordan. Now, Jordan's downfall for me, which is why I changed my opinion, is competition, bro. That's it. I think the person I have above him faced tougher competition, but put up similar like numbers. What separates them is the resume. What I just said to y'all. The 6 MVPs to this person's 1 MVP. You know what I'm saying? The 6 Finals MVPs to this person 2 Finals MVPs. But this person with these 2 Finals MVPs faced significantly tougher competition than the person with the 6 Finals MVPs. So Jordan really has no flaws in his game. No flaws. I really don't even know what to say. The 3-point shot maybe, but he was an average 3-point shooter in his time. So he really has no flaws in the game. 3-peat, and even before he 3-peated, when he's 1-9 without Scottie Pippen. In they first time getting to the next round, he averaged 45 points per game. You see Jordan all up on here. He's everywhere on here. He averaged 45 points a game. Scottie Pippen averaged 10 when they first made it to the next round for the first time. Jordan was the main reason why a lot of these niggas don't have championships, and why a lot of these people today are running smear campaigns on him. But Jordan, no weaknesses, bro. The GOAT, the most popular basketball player of all time. Changed the game. Where Magic and Bird took off, Jordan exploded and took the game globally. You know what I'm saying? With the help of Magic and Bird, but Jordan really overshadowed and took it like to new heights. So I got MJ number 2, 1B kind of, but number 2. So that only leaves one spot. The most, in my opinion, The most disrespected athlete of all time, bro. The most disrespected athlete of all time. Kobe motherfucking Bean Bryant, nigga. My GOAT. Or GOAT Jr. 1A, 1B. But 1 and 2. But Kobe Bean Bryant. 18-time All-Star, 5-time NBA champ, 96-97 All-Rookie, 4-time All-Star MVP, 2-time Finals MVP, 2018 Oscar. It ain't one player in the NBA that can say they had that. 2-time scoring champ, 15-time All-NBA, 12-time All-Defensive Team, which is tied for second all-time. 2007-2008 MVP, NBA 75 anniversary team. Kobe, to me, had the toughest. He's the most skilled player of all time. And to me, he had the toughest road to championships of all time. Yes, with him and Shaq in the he had prime Shaq. He had Shaq in his prime and blah 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 all this. Man, check this out, bro. Did you know during those 4 conference championships, Shaq averaged 26.7 points per game, 11 rebounds, 3 assists. Kobe averaged 27 points per game, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. They were 1A and 1B. And in the 2000s, in the 2000 game, where they say Kobe 15.6 points per game, look at the top. Kobe was injured. You see what I'm saying? He was injured. But after that, they was 1A, 1B. And to me, Kobe, I still ain't seen a player that's better than Kobe with my own eyes. Kobe is the most skilled player I've ever seen. Kobe beat 25 50-win teams. He holds 16 Lakers records. Second greatest, to me, the greatest scoring performance of all time. I understand Wilt's 100, but this is a modern day. That was in the 2000s, where teams were scoring 96, 97 points per game. 5 championships, 2 back-to-back with no finals MVP, with no top 75 player. He's the only player with 3 in a 3-year stretch, 2,000 points. The only player to score 20,000 points, 10 All-NBAs, 10 All-Defensive Teams in a single decade. Kobe Bean Bryant. Finals points per game differences. For y'all that always say Gasol should have won Finals MVP, 28.6 points per game. That's a 10-point per game difference. How the hell is he going to win Finals MVP when Kobe was averaging more assists than him as well? 2009, which was his greatest finals performance yet, 32.4 points per game. That's almost 14 point per game difference. The only reason I have him over Jordan is because I think Kobe went through tougher competition, and I think he was a little more skilled than Jordan. Jordan has everything else, the resume, you know what I'm saying? The resume, the accolades, and everything. But I'm not just predicated on that, bro. Because Kobe got accolades and stuff too. Kobe has more all-defensive teams than Jordan. He got just as many, but Jordan has that depoy. But Kobe had better handles than Jordan. To me, he was a better shooter than Jordan. Jordan was a little bit better defender. But to me, Kobe was a better scorer. That might sound blasphemous to people, but Kobe has more 60-point games and 70-point games than Jordan. Jordan won 10 scoring titles, but look who he was going against. He wasn't going against AI, T-Mac, LeBron, Carmelo, all of them. He was going against big men like Shaq, Hakeem, Mitch Richmond, Juwan Howard, those people was top 10 in scoring. So the reason I have Kobe over Jordan now is because of the competition and because I just think he was a more skilled player. And his 5, I believe, was tougher than Jordan's 6. That's just my opinion. Because I believe the West was just as tough as the 90s East. And the era of defense was even tougher. And I think Kobe's competition at his position was way, way better than the competition from Jordan at his position in the 90s. Go look at Jordan's competition, other shooting guards in the 90s, and go look at other shooting guards in Kobe era. Then you will understand my point. But other than that, if we just going off of, you know what I'm saying, just straight resume and everything like that and NBA terms and not just looking at player to player as well, then it's Jordan all day, every day. But this is my list. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all enjoyed it, spending this 20-30 minutes with me, run down my top 25 list of all time. This been Who Is Hendo, another video, man. Hey, dude, this one for y'all, man. I'm out, man. Peace.